to Montana Haven.
Welcome, welcome. Welcome to this video. This is going to be a video of mixed things.
Yep.
What are we doing, babe?
We are moving to our rental tonight yet.
Yes.
I could do a happy dance.
We've been in here since June 20th, and we're now into September a fair bit. And by the way, this girl right here is having a birthday. Probably by the time you've seen this video, she'll already have the birthday. Her birthday's on September 11th.
Yep.
So.
Finally, my.
You want to see how old you
40th birthday arrived.
Yep, right, yep. 40 years. That's amazing. So we're packing up. We were actually going to be out of here at 4:30, and then we literally were packing up, leaving, and then the rental lady called and said, "Oh, you can't come yet. The carpets, they're still shampooing the carpets." So.
Yeah, we should just tell them a little bit the story.
Right.
You know, we got this rental, but we couldn't get in for a month. And then when the time came for us to get in, then they said, "Oh, you have to wait yet for a week," because the former people that were there had trashed the place, so they totally had to redo it.
Right.
And so we waited a whole week, and then they called us tonight and said, "Oh, you can't get in after all tonight because they're not done yet." And we were just like, "Oh no."
Yeah, and Priscilla had gotten the RV, and Avalon had gotten the RV already, as far as taking all the bedding off.
Yeah, strip the beds and stuff.
So we weren't sure what we were gonna do. Anyways, they called back and said the carpets are dry at 7:30, so we're just having our last meal in the RV, and Ron and Sharon, our friends, gave us this food to eat tonight, and it's really amazing. What a blessing that Priscilla didn't have to make food.
Yeah, they brought over chili soup, dinner rolls, and pumpkin cake. And
it was so good.
They're just such a blessing to us.
And Ron has got bees, and he gave us another pint of his expensive honey right here, which is fireweed honey from the fireweed, and it's better than I think any honey I've ever tasted. It's so good. It's like really deluxe honey.
Yeah.
So we're gonna clear off the dishes and pack up the old beast and start heading down there, I think.
Yep, it's gonna be different living in town.
Right. Not my cup of tea, but you know what? We try to roll with whatever comes along. This RV was, I'll always look back and treasure it. The memories we made in this little place. You liked it, Avalon?
Uh-huh. Oh, and don't be jealous if you have honeybees.
Oh, funny. So I'll always look back with it's special times living in here, but we're also really glad and thankful to move on.
Yeah.
It's just super tight. Every night we'd have to take the table down right here and make it into bed, and one of the boys would always sleep on the floor. So every morning it'd be like stumbling around over people, and it's, you know, our pantry, it's called a pantry. It's actually a shower, but it's a pantry.
Yeah.
So anyways, so we're going to start moving tonight a little bit later, and you're going to see us move, I guess. And the old beast doesn't want to start, so we got to jump it. These batteries are both pretty bad just from use, so it's got two batteries, one there and one there. I pretty much kept the battery charger on them the whole time, but they're so bad it's not working, so we will have to see if we can get it going here like this. Well, here we're in opening the door of our new abode for the first time. It's a few inches bigger than our last one. Nice. Here we are in our rental. This is now the next morning, and it's been a kind of interesting. We got in here and the carpets were extremely wet. They were supposed to be dry by 7 o'clock. So first of all, we were supposed to be in here by 4:30. Then she said, "Oh, the carpets will be dry by 7." So we came at 7 and the carpets were completely wet. Matter of fact, this morning they're still wet.
Yeah, it was. And yeah, we laid plastic to put our mattresses down and stuff like that.
So we're gonna have to lift those up now because I'm sure they're soaking wet underneath. And there was no heat, and there was no hot water. And so this morning I called, and they said, "Oh, we don't have anybody out there that can hook it up for you until Monday." This is Friday morning, and Priscilla's birthday's on Saturday night. So I told her I'm going to take her out to a motel.
Sunday is my birthday.
Sunday, yes. Sunday. I'll take her out Saturday night so she can get clean.
Yeah, this morning, if you could have seen me this morning, I'm glad you didn't. I was kind of upset that there was no hot water, but, you know, it just doesn't help to stay that way. Just to take it as it comes,
Yeah.
and just be okay with it. At least we have a lot of room.
Yeah, there you go. That's a big bonus. We have fans going behind us. I bought some fans and a little heater so that we can actually, most of the carpets are pretty much dry now. There's still some wet spots. Then we'll have to shuffle a lot of things around so they can dry underneath. But at least we have a big place now comparatively.
We barely have any furniture. We just have that stuff back there to eat. But we're gonna go look for table and chairs and stuff like that. So, and a couch probably.
Yep. We have no furniture other than what we just already brought along. Camp chairs. That's all right. Totally fine. No problem. But tomorrow Saturday we might go around some thrift stores and see what we can find.
Yeah.
Used furniture. So right now I've got to run up to Willow. That's about an hour away, and we have a rental up there where we did get a few pieces of, like, actually a lady that was cleaning out her rental gave us some furniture. It's really beat up and old, but
old dressers and
yeah,
stuff,
but it's totally fine for here. Once we move, we can give it away to somebody else or whatever.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use that, and got to run up there and grab that, and just gonna continue to settle in. I'm not sure if we'll get any or how much work we'll get done on the house today.
I know.
So the sun's actually shining right now. I'll show you the view out of our window, which is pretty nice. As you can tell, since it's a rental, it's definitely, this is the first time in my life I've ever lived in the city in a rental. Look at this broken window. They're going to replace that actually, but look out here. Okay, I'll show you the nice things first. The nice things are the mountains in the background and the lake. But look at that road, just almost more than I can take. I never thought I'd live at a place where I could look out my window and see McDonald's and Pizza Hut. That just about takes me over the edge, but I think I can manage for a couple months. I'll do my best to just hold myself together, escape to the woods every day to work on our house. So there it is. The view is actually beautiful, other than the traffic and stuff. So we're just getting settled in now. Got a dehumidifier going here to kind of help dry everything out right here. View from our window. Okay, so we have some things here in this storage unit that some people just gave us. They're very, very well used items, but it's fine for the rental. And I forgot my lock, so I borrowed a pair of bolt cutters from our friend Ron. So let's see if we can bolt cut this thing. There we go. Okay, so I think we got to do this. Okay, now. There it is. We just got home from town, and look at that. Priscilla's birthday's tomorrow.
I wonder who it's from. Wow, so beautiful. Let's see. Oh, it's from my good friend Celesta. Celesta, if you see this, thank you so much.
Well, it's someone's birthday tomorrow, and I'm taking her out to a nice dinner in a motel.
Yep.
Kind of an early birthday. I have something planned, actually.
Well, it's not early. Tomorrow.
No, yeah, that's right. But I actually have something planned for a little bit later. Didn't work out this weekend to do that.
Yeah.
So I said, well, I'll make it up for you, and we'll go and at least go out for the night and have a good dinner. So
yeah, he has something planned for a couple nights later on, after some of his hunting is done, and he had to get the roof on and everything like that. But yeah, so I'm excited for whatever he's planned. But he was still so nice and still took me out for the night. Yet
it was a beautiful day today. We
Yes.
spent the whole day today just running around and getting things for the apartment. We needed just your standard things, you know, waste baskets and all the stuff.
Yeah.
We did find a table and some chairs.
Probably barely big enough for us, but
Right.
just big enough.
It was a beautiful day. There's fresh snow on the mountains from last night. It's really beautiful right now. So
Yeah, it is.
every day that we have sunshine is amazing.
Yep. Just look at those mountains. There's fresh snow on top.
So beautiful. Every time you look at them, they change. That's the cool thing about mountains. I think the oceans too are like that a little bit. Mountains, especially the shadows.
There's white caps way in the back there.
Yep. Those had a lot of snow all summer long. Never left. After shopping a little bit, we decided to come down to, there's a walking trail along Anchorage here. I don't know, it's a couple miles long at least, I think. And
What is it called?
I know the walking trail.
Coastal Trail.
Yeah, Coastal Walking Trail. Tony Knowles Coastal Walking Trail.
Yeah.
It's a hiking and biking trail. Anyways, it goes just kind of along the bay here, or whatever you call this coastal area here. This is a Cook Inlet, so we're just taking a walk along here.
It's sprinkling, but it's just a beautiful, it's actually not that cold.
No.
It just doesn't feel,
I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Up here. Sorry, you were saying something.
yeah, no, it's just, there's kind of a dampness,
Yeah.
but it's not like cold. It's
Right.
just, yeah.
I've noticed
comfortable.
that up in this area here, even though it rains a lot, I'm starting to get used to it a little bit. It's not a cold rain. It's always, the temperature just kind of stays up in that same, 60 degrees or whatever it is right now, 60-some degrees. So it's not super cold and chilly.
So I'm just soaking up my 40th.
Right. Well, we came home and look at the nice sign that they made for us. Chloe did that for us. Mom, Dad, Chloe, love.
Here we go.
We're home.
Where are you?
Here comes the dog. Oh, that was a surprise.
What a welcome.
Hey, Autumn. Autumn is just excited to see us as anybody. Hey, Autumn. Silly dog.
Oh, this is this. Cool. Wow! Ziet er door deze stil alles zien uit?
There's a cake that Avalon made. A beautiful cake. Good job. And Justin helped?
Yep.
All right, good job, Justin and Avalon.
Beautiful.
That's such a good job.
Children, what a good job. Oh, it looks delicious.
Here's a poem that Ethan wrote for Priscilla.
This poem is just for you. We worked very hard on it. Today's your 40th birthday, so we hope that it'll fit. You're always so kind to us, no matter what we do. And when we say we're sorry, you say that I love you. You love us, Mom, so much, even though sometimes we're messed. We'd like to thank you, Mom, because, Mom, you are the best. Wow, this is so good, Ethan.
And
Thank
I did.
you so
I
much.
was sure that
Justin and Ebba's help. Oh, Justin helped with the poem.
Justin helped with the poem
Ethan
too.
matched as well.
And then they have this little thing right here that they put on this card with little notes in here.
Oh, yeah.
This is so special, children. Wow. Okay. That Mom, du bist the best mom in the world. Wow. Happy 40th birthday from Wyatt. So lovely, Wyatt.
And it moves that one.
And then I am thankful that you continuously take care of us and you always love us. I love you, Ethan. Thank you, Ethan. You are the best mom anyone could ask for. I'm so thankful for you, Mom, and everything you do. I love you, Justin. Thank you, Justin. And then Chloe. I'm thankful for the good breakfast that Mom makes and that she takes care of us. Chloe. And then, Mom, I am thankful that your love is like Jesus' love. You are the best mom.
Oh, if you get that.
Avalon. Thank you. Thank you so much. Wow. The best mom in the whole entire universe. This is so special.
Happy birthday!
Okay, it's a Monday morning and we're heading into our house, and you can see the leaves are changing. It's mid-September now, and every time we come in here, there's a little more leaves on the ground. So the plan today is to get our well, it's called a Pitless, get that put in and all hooked up so that when they put the pump in, we're good to go. And yep, looks like the house is still standing. That's nice. We did have a lot of rain over the weekend and some wind, which is not usual, but this one tree right here tipped over right there, and the thing fortunately fell away from the drive. It probably cut its roots on this side when I put the road in. And we moved our trailer that was in here to move our stuff, so we parked it in a different place. We're going to have to clean that up. I don't like messiness. That looks messy right now. And coming in here. Sorry, I'm taking it through the windshield, so it looks kind of bad right now. Yeah, there's the trailer. We'll parked it back in the trees a little bit there. So this morning, we will be taking the excavator and digging around our wellhead right there and finishing this trenching. And once we're done with that, then we're going to get started on framing in the house. So we are on our final stretch getting this water line put in. You can see the white hose right there. Right there, you can see it right there. That goes all the way over to my hydrant right over there, which then goes into my house. Now I have to continue this. That's just where it ended, the roll ended. I got to continue this, and we're going to take it and what's called a Pitless, and we're going to drill a hole in our well casing down about 10 feet, and then we're going to attach this pipe to that and install this Pitless so that our water, our pump can pump water into the house. So that's what we're going to do. In the meantime, while we're at it here, I'm also going to go over about 3 feet, about where that bucket is right now, and we're going to put a hydrant in right there. And there's two reasons for that. One is if I ever want to continue and take water over to another part of the property, all I have to do is dig up that hydrant, and I don't have to worry about hitting my main line. I can just tie into that. I also don't have to worry about, I have a wire going through here for my well pump. Don't have to worry about hitting that, so I can just tie into that. And then the second reason for that is if the power ever goes out, eventually, I did this at home, I'll probably install a pump on my wellhead right there. And what happens is if the power goes out and there's no pressure, I can actually hook a short hose to my hydrant, open the hydrant, and pump water through my hydrant down into my pressure tank, and I'll have actually cold running water in the house. So that's kind of a twofold reason for doing that. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to start digging right now. I guess it'll last. You have to go really deep. Apparently, this hydrant is like forever tall. Crazy how tall it is. Okay, I'm sitting here drilling the hole now. That's some thick casing right there. Uh-oh. Oh, I got it. Yay. Okay, there's my hole right there. Nice. Okay, this thing right here is called the Pitless. Basically what it is unscrew this. This piece right here goes inside the well. What we have to do is we have to thread this onto a pipe and lower it down. Then we'll push that through the hole, and then we'll take and screw this back on the outside, and then we'll attach our pipe to this side. So that's how that's gonna work. That's what we have to do now. Okay, we're gonna turn this onto here. If I can. Okay, there we go. And we're gonna lower this down into the hole and stick this through the hole I just drilled just now. And then we're gonna yank this apart and pull this out of here again. So that's what we're gonna do right now. Okay, there we go. Now, okay, give this a shot. Oh, we gotta take the well head off first. Okay, now we're gonna take this. If I drop it, we're in deep doo-doo. Hang on, let me make sure I did this right. Yep, I did it right. Lower this down ever so gently. Hopefully that pitless doesn't fall off of there. I'm lowering it down. Oh, right there. Okay, there we are. Okay, now this is the fitting that screws into the pitless, and then my pipe will attach to that. There we go. Tighten that up with the crescent wrench here. Okay, now that we've got my hydrant, we're going to install this at the same time. I had to put this, called a street elbow, I had to put that in right here. And then I had to put this PEX fitting with a male end on it. And now I'm going to put this PEX on here. We're going to crimp that with our PEX tool. PEX is amazing. Right here, Ethan. Got enough muscles to squeeze that? Takes a man to squeeze this PEX tool. You got what it takes? Oh yeah. Keep going until you hear it click. I think you got it. Yep, there you go. Okay, now that's attached. Now go get the elbow, or the T. Now we're gonna put a T in here, and you'll see how this all comes together in a minute. Get a T and a clamp. So yeah, there you go. You can see it there. Give you a better, closer view in a moment here. Once Ethan flexes his muscles.
Listen to it.
Let me help you here.
That was just...
Oh, you got it.
Oh yeah, it went.
You clicked it. Okay. So now, you can see right here, I've got this T on here. You can actually turn that a little bit. And we've got this PEX clamp on here. And now my main line's gonna, that actually, right there is gonna tie into my main line, and this will go into my, into the pitless that I just made. Okay, so let's go ahead and lower it down and put it into place there. And now you can see how that looks right there. Okay, go ahead and lower down the hydrant, Ethan. Okay, we've got this pitless installed now, and now we're gonna get the hydrant down in here. It's kind of a piece by piece operation here. Let's try to not get dirt in there if we can, Ethan. Okay. Keep going down, Ethan. All the way down, you can sit on there, okay? Okay, now we got everything hooked up. You can see my pitless coming out right there. I've got a PEX coming here. I've got a T, this is going over to my house. And that right there now is going to my hydrant. And what you do is you put rocks around the bottom there, so when you close the hydrant during the winter time, it all drains out on the bottom and the rocks keep the weep hole open. So there it goes up, 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 all the way up there. And then we have Ethan holding the top right there.
So here is the big trench that we made to put this water line in.
Yep.
Right there.
All right, there we go. Let's cover it.
Right now pushing in the dirt so we can fill this.
All right, I think I've got it done here. Got this all cleared out. I had to take a little bit more dirt off of here because felt like I was a little high there and a little bit low over here by the road. So I want all my water to drain off around the house and then also around this way. And I didn't want a little pond here, so I had to take a little bit more off there. Now, I am a little bit low still back there, but in the spring, then what I'll do is I'll grade this all out. And I have a little bit more, too much in this area here. But that is just like soup, and it's gonna sink down quite a bit, so I can always take more out in the spring. But here's a hydrant. That's done now. That's all installed, and the well there, the pitless is installed. I think I'm literally done with the dirt work, which is so awesome. So excited about that. Now you can see this wire right here that's still hanging here. This goes all the way. This is going to go all the way into, actually goes into my house. It's going to go into the breaker panel. Actually, it'll go into, it's called a switch box, and that will tell the pump when to turn on. So now I'm going to have the well guys come back. They're going to put a piece of conduit right here. There's a little a hole right here where they can screw it up into this part here, and they'll go a couple feet below the ground. Right there, if you can see it right there, they'll go a couple feet below the ground with their conduit, run this up inside it, and they will lower their well pump down inside, hook it onto the pitless that I made, and then all we got to do is hook up the electrical and we got water. So really stoked about that. Now while I've been busy doing this, let's go see what the boys have been up to. They have been working on the deck, and yes, it's raining again. They started a little while ago, and now they've got quite a bit done. These are boards that we brought back from, or that we had shipped up here with our logs. And these are boards we cut in our mill. They're a little bit of a pain to get straight and square. So we're gonna sand these down then, and then we'll put a stain on them. Look how dirty these outside boards have become. We're actually gonna cover them until we're ready to stain them so we don't get them so muddy. But tomorrow I think we're gonna get started on the inside and get everything framed up the next couple days. Okay, so I was helping the boys now. We got everything done here, just laid down and screwed except the last row, and then we still need to put about a 2-inch strip along the back there. And I think we have just enough boards to finish the front. We kind of had to use some shorter boards along the back here, unfortunately, but it's up against the wall. So we got to do that rip yet, and then we're gonna cover this with tar paper just to kind of keep it protected. And then once we're ready to actually stain and seal the outside, then we'll take it off and sand the boards down and make them really pretty after we put the railing on and stuff. So I think we'll call it a day. Today we got pretty much 2/3 of this on and got our well hydrant in and all that. So it was a good day, even though we got a late start. Well, first things this morning, we got a late start again. Seems like moving into a rental, there's so many things to, loose ends to tie up. But we came out here this morning and or actually it's close to noon now finally. We put some tar paper on here just to kind of protect this until we get it sanded and stained. And then we spent like 2 hours in Home Depot. Oh, I do not like to go to those big stores. It takes them literally like an hour just to find things for us. Some on some top shelf somewhere. But anyways, we got our toilets here. We got our 2 tubs and a surround, and we want to get those in because we need to have those when we start framing to make sure that we get the right dimensions. We did get a little bit wider tub for the master bathroom, and we will be ending up tiling the sides of that just to make it a little bit prettier. But we did get a surround for the guest bath, or the main bath for the kiddos and everybody else that's staying here. So we're gonna get this unloaded, and then we gotta get started on framing finally. So what we're doing right now is I'm actually using a laser, and it's a little bit complicated to explain, but basically I'm making a slot into the log wall right here. And here's what's gonna happen. I have a 2x6 wall, and I'm gonna put a 1/2-inch sheetrock on each side of my wall, and then I'm going to make a slot where I'm gonna slide an upright piece of pine trim into the wall so that the logs can settle over the trim. So right now I'm making my slot for that. And what I have to do is I have to cut up. If I cut down like that, it makes it all these broken ends. I don't know what the word is in English. In German it's franzlich. But it's like all frayed. So what you do is you have to cut up, and it does not make any of these franzle pieces on there. So now I'm going to make a slot on both sides. I have to do that on all my walls. So that's what I'm working on now, so we can get started on these walls. Now I've got both of my cuts there in the wall, and I've got to take another cut out of there so that we can actually slide the trim inside there. I'll show you how we do that. Now that I've got all my slots cut out, I actually want my 2x4 wall to set inside a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically just going to take my hammer and make this a little flat right here. Whatever I need to take off the front, I can here. Some of these logs are extra fat, so I'll just take and chip that away a little bit. Now, I don't really know what I need to take off right now until I actually put a level on it. But I do know some of these are extra high. I'm just going to go ahead and take off a little bit right now. And once I put a level on here, I'll actually know how far back I have to chip this. So. There you go. Give you a close up. So if you can tell there, I basically made a slot on each side, which my trim is going to slide in. My wall will be here, 1/2-inch sheetrock, and then trim here and trim on the outside there. So there we go. And now let's go to the other side here. Boys are actually working on framing this wall right now. And I've got one slot made here in the wall already. And I just need to finish that now. So let's do that next. Now we've got this side done. And I only had to do one side since this will be the kitchen over here. And there'll be a wall coming in right here, so I don't need to do it on this side. So the bathroom will be on that side, and then kitchen on this side. So that's what we did right there. And I chipped away a little bit here. I might need to do a little bit more, we'll see. Okay, so now we've got this wall put together. This wall slide is done. And we're gonna glue the floor here. You always wanna glue the floor so it doesn't squeak when you walk beside it. If you've ever been walking down a hall and it squeaks, it's because it's not glued along the bottom. So you always wanna glue it. So that's what we're gonna do. Glue it and then put it in place. With my glue gun here is really foamed up here. This foam right here is actually glue. It's amazing stuff. It glues on wet surfaces. This is what we use to caulk the logs. It just is like concrete when it's all done. So it's set up. It's amazing how good that stuff is. Okay, just gonna have to kind of pick it up and then move it over to place. Oh. Okay, we have to tip it up right. And then over, okay. And then down, okay, over there. Always split the line when you do this. Yeah, you can. Okay. Hip hip hooray! We got this wall in, which is not a huge accomplishment, but it's something, I guess. I wanted to show you this. So this is how we fasten the wall. Everything has to have settling on a log home. So see the gap right here that we have up on top? That's about 3 inches. And we allow that because the logs will settle down. The logs will settle, but the frame house won't. So see this screw right here? So this has a smooth shaft on it. What we do is we screw up into here once it's level. And then as the log settles, it just pushes the screw down and the screw will start protruding down here, but it'll still keep it tight. Now when you come over here and you see this screw going to the wall with a washer, there's a slot in the wall right here, and this is screwed into the log wall once it's level this way, right? And as the house settles, this screw will just slide down this slot that I just made, and the wall will stay stable. So we did a number of screws along the top there. There's one. There you can see another one right there. And then we did one on the end. Of course, we'll also have a wall being tied in right here, so that'll keep that end nice and level. And we nailed the bottom. So of course the bottom is very stable, and glued it. And then our sheetrock's gonna slide right into this crack right here, as well as our trim upright. So that's what that slot is for. Hope that makes sense. Well, thanks so much for watching this episode of Montana Haven. I know this was not as much building as some of our previous episodes, but we just had, between moving into our rental and kind of getting things squared away, we just didn't have, there was a lot of other things we had to get done. So, and I wanted to rest a little bit more because we were putting some really long days in last week with the roof, and so this week I kind of cut back a little bit. We actually got some rest mornings. Of course, we were getting to bed really late as well with moving and everything. So anyways, we did get some framing done. We did get the porch done this week. We did get our water, our outside water in, and our hydrant in, our pitless in the well. And so that all the digging is done outside. That's a big relief. So now we'll come back tomorrow and we'll continue to frame this up, but I think that's going to be on another episode, as I need to start editing this video and get it ready for posting it this weekend. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. God bless.